Hey guys, what's going on? This is 5:30 on the dot. Oh, we killed it. This is this is the September 24th, 2024 airing, co-streaming, whatever you want to call it, of Sony's next State of Play.
Dream hijacking.
Stream hijacking. Yeah, absolutely. It's not like they were like, "Oh, hey Brian, how do you feel about this? Do you wanna swing by and co-stream?"
You
No. No. You know who does that?
you want to be a co-stream partner, Brian?
No. I mean, Jeff Keighley does that, right? Like Jeff Keighley, I mean, I know he's not sending it to dear Brian Paul, right? Pulls out a quill, like, dear Brian Paul, would you like to? No, I cordially invite you. No, we just hijacked this shit. Anyway, guys, I'm Brian Paul from this channel right here, without Parole. Also from this channel and his own channel, AJ, right next to me from the underground, and at the end of the row is Jammyhero from youtube.com at Jammyhero. Gentlemen,
hello.
This is so exciting to have you both today. I asked Jamie yesterday to join me, and he said yes. And then I woke up today, and AJ was like, "Can I play too?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, you can." Guys, hype level. Just while we kind of get settled in, while we kind of like let the live stream start, let people start rolling in. What is our hype level for this thing? Are we learning from past experiences? Are we keeping our expectations in check, or is it just going to be chaos? Jamie, what are you feeling?
It's a bit of a tough one because every time I tell myself we get up to these and I'm like, hey, we're going to keep it like a 5 out of 10. And then just before it's like, but what if we got, a new Resident Evil announcement or something like that with VR? But I think I've learned my lesson from the last couple. We're at about a 6 to 7, probably more of a 6, I would say. I'm cautiously optimistic to see what they pull out because we kind of know of everything at the moment in depth. I hope. So we'll see.
Corporate Zombie in the chat says my hype level's at 6%. That's I think you might want to refuel. AJ, are you somewhere between Corporate Zombie and Jamie, or are you flying high tonight?
Oh man, I am flying high. I am at an 11 out of 10, Brian. Because
I could be wrong. I don't think the scale goes that high.
Well, because this is my first time getting to meet Jammyhero, Brian. Oh yeah, fuck the State of Play. I don't care about that. This is my first time I get to meet this legend, this hottest new up and coming talent that we sorely needed in the PSVR space, and it is glorious to have you here, my friend. So awesome to meet you, and really excited to have you helping us out because we're old and tired, and we need all the extra help we can get to cover PSVR 2. You, Marty Dude, all of you, appreciate you guys. No, but seriously, yeah. I'm gonna keep my expectations low. Look, I think that there's gonna be stuff that I enjoy seeing here, but yeah, we've been through this. This ain't our first rodeo. We've been through this many times. It is best to keep our expectations as low as possible, and then just hope for some good surprises.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think this is the smartest thing to do. I feel like State of Play has never, outside of the very first State of Play ever, right? Like we've never sort of gotten the wealth of VR content that we were hoping for. It usually isn't like these spectacularly big titles. Patty Cat in the chat says gray beards unite. You don't have any gray going on there, right? Do you, Jamie? You're too young for gray.
He's talking about us, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I did notice that we're all rocking the beards though. Just as the cold months roll in, man, you got to create some insulation.
Into winter.
Yeah. I'm expecting two VR games, and I fully expect them to be two VR games that we already know about. Now, the big question is, what are they? And I want you guys to contemplate that as we go over here to the PlayStation blog and take a look at, see if we can't decipher the meaning of the words over on the PlayStation blog. This came to us yesterday, September 23rd. It says, State of Play returns today. I'm so confused. It came. Did they update the article today? They must have, right? Because it should have been.
Yeah, maybe.
It turns tomorrow. Oh yeah, because here's the article. State of Play is from Sid Schumann. State of Play is back tomorrow, September 24th. Tune in live for news and updates on more than 20 upcoming PS5 and PSVR 2 games from studios around the world. The 30-plus minute show begins September 24th at blah, blah. You guys know, you're here. We're patiently counting down the clock. It starts in 25 minutes. On YouTube and Twitch, we'll be broadcast in English and Japanese. See you tomorrow. Dude, that is it. That is it. They did not really specify anything.
It's an odd one.
I mean, what are we taking away from this?
They left it pretty. Yeah, they left it pretty open with this one. A lot of the times they try to set expectations, right? Like they've been actually doing a pretty good job of that, of saying like these are a new look at some already announced games, some upcoming games that you already know of. They kind of just said, here's 20 plus new game or 20 plus games that are coming to PS5 and PSVR, and including PSVR 2, and then they don't specify after that. So we know that there are a lot of big games coming in hot right now to PSVR 2 for the remainder of the year. The last one they did Alien and Behemoth, so I'm gonna probably exclude those, but yeah, that leaves plenty of room for stuff like another look at Metro, a lot of those other games coming, but it'd be really exciting to see something new that we haven't seen yet. And I don't know, with 20 plus games and 30-minute showcase, it seems like they're going to be kind of going through these quickly. So we could potentially see even more than just 2 PSVR 2 games here.
Yeah,
I'd hope so. Yeah. It's one where before in the past, like you said, they would have said that it's third party. Don't expect anything first.
Right.
From like the rumors around, we know there's first party stuff probably going to be here. Probably not for PSVR 2, as it usually is. But yeah, I think, because there's 20 games, more than the usual like 14 to 17 that we get, it could be that we get 3 PSVR 2 games here. And I think I'm on your side by saying that I don't think we'll get really anything new here. If I'm being like realistic, it's probably going to be a deep dive into something you already know about. Maybe I was thinking Phasmophobia, because the store page went live earlier today, but the Phasmophobia team have already tweeted about that and kind of talked about it. So I don't really know why they'd not leave it until the show if that was the case. So it could be that we get something new, but it's Sony, so we get 3 words and that's it. And they say enjoy the show, and that's all we get.
And we say yes, thank you, Sony. Thank you for your kindness.
I think my big hope is that we see something from Aces of Thunder, like a release date, right? Because I think Aces of Thunder has been a game that has been everybody's really curious about. It seems to be sort of evolving over time, but very quietly evolving. You know, it was this multiplayer game that now suddenly has single player missions, and there's been this sort of just this launch window idea. They're like, oh yeah, we're hoping for late 2024, you know, and they're not even committing to that. And so it would be really nice if they nailed down a release date, release month, something, and just kind of nail down some of the details that we should expect when this game finally gets here too. Like, what do single player missions look like in this game? Is it going to be something that we're going to want to buy if we're only single player gamers, or is it still going to be multiplayer focused? There's a lot of things I think they can expand upon with Aces of Thunder. And also, you know, I don't know if you guys remember, there was this game called Corridor VR that like they showed this. It was a trailer for, it was probably made by one dude. It's an upcoming PSVR 2 game, some kind of puzzle game. And they showed it on the official PlayStation YouTube channel. And it was just, the comments were awful, right? Like, it was like, it might be a great game, but it's not the kind of game you want to show off. This really simple, low poly game. This is not how you want to be representing PlayStation VR 2 when you're PlayStation. You want to be showing off games like Aces of Thunder that make people go, what the fuck is that? I want to play that. Like, I need to get a headset for that. And I think Aces of Thunder is that game. And so I feel like if they're not doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on this every time they talk about PSVR 2, then they're doing something wrong. By the way, they're always doing something wrong. So we'll probably never hear them talk about Aces of Thunder ever again.
Yeah, that's one that would be a huge one, right? Because that's one that we've been saying, I think, for the last 4 state of plays or however many they've been showcases. Like, we're like, okay, Aces of Thunder's got to be at this one. Aces of Thunder's got to be at this one. So, so just let us move on and make that announcement today, and let us finally see. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I want it to come out when it's ready. I want it to, you know, I want to see it when it's fully polished, when it's fully featured, everything. So by all means, I want the developers to take their time, but that is one that we've just been waiting to hear more and more about, and have yet to hear anything. So that would be huge one from a huge announcement from the existing games that we know that are coming.
Yeah, it's one as well. Like I think Aces of Thunder, especially coming from like the lineage of War Thunder and the amount of people that are really invested in that, I think it's got the potential to do what Gran Turismo does for sim racing fans in VR. Whereas I've seen so many posts on just the normal sim racing, like forums and subreddits of people saying, if you want good, easy, stunning looking VR racing, go to GT7 on PSVR 2. And it could end up being the case that if you want, easy to use and set up and high fidelity dogfighting and planes, this is the game you go to. And I think, Sony really would be shooting themselves in the foot by not pushing that, because again, it's one of the ones where you look at the trailers and you think, well, that looks like a really high fidelity flat game brought into VR. And I'm with you guys that very excited for it. I just hope that they can get that information to the wider audience who's going to be there to buy it. Otherwise, you're having maybe a multiplayer centric game with some single player missions that maybe there's nobody around to play because they haven't advertised it properly, which would be the worst case scenario for that. But we'll see.
That's a really good point. Yeah, a multiplayer game like that, you want to have spotlighted. You want some advertising for that because that's gonna live or die by the player base, the player count. So really important. Good eye.
Man, the more I think about this, the more I'm thinking about kind of what you said, AJ. They're going to be kind of almost doing this rapid fire presentation with each game getting just over a minute. They're saying over 20 games, just over 30 minutes. And very frequently when they do this, they sometimes kick off the show and spend like 10 minutes talking about one specific game that they really want to highlight, right? Where we're all just like clawing our eyes out going, move on to the next game, we're ready, right? And it's always the game no one cares about too. That's the crazy thing. Concord says hello. So, So I'm really so now that I'm kind of thinking about it, I'm wondering if they will maybe. I'm upping my vote. I'm upping my vote from 2 to 3. And I know that's risky. That's risky behavior. It means I have not learned from prior experience. But I think
Bryan putting it all on black.
Well, listen, I'm gonna read off a couple tips here, and then and then. I don't know how much you guys care about flat screen stuff, but I figure, hey, if we're going to have to sit through a flat screen presentation, I'm kind of curious to know what you guys are expecting to see from the flat screen stuff. But let's kick it off with Ace Gamer Cat, who gifted 5 Without Parole memberships. Thank you very much, Ace Gamer Cat. And then Andrew Bailey with the 2 quid responds and says, thanks, Ace Gamer Cat, for the membership and stuff. Lots of generosity going on today. Thank you guys. Love that you're all here. We know full well that you do not have to be here, that you could 100% watch this without us talking over it, without our commentary, with people who, care about flat screen stuff. So we definitely appreciate you guys being here and choosing to. Tornado's also here, and she won't stop meowing. So maybe she'll make an appearance in a little bit. All right, guys. Flat screen stuff. It sounds like Sony's doubling down on remasters. The rumors lately and some, the ESRB ratings and all that has all pointed to a Days Gone remaster and a Horizon Zero Dawn remaster. These games, this feels way too early. Like what? I mean, I know we just got a Last of Us remaster, but that technically was originally like a late PS3 game that got a PS4 version. So it's like, Last of Us was almost like, all right, we'll give that a pass. Are we giving Days Gone a pass? Are we giving Horizon Zero Dawn a pass? Or is this just ridiculous?
Yeah, more Days Gone than Horizon, because Horizon is like that game still looks good, runs at 60 and 4K, I think, on PS5, and will do on PS5 Pro. Days Gone a little bit, I guess. It's some people think, I don't know, maybe if they did some enhancements to the actual game engine to get more zombies on screen or something, that could be a cool gimmick. But if it is just a straight remaster, it's a similar situation. And then I think, to be honest, we could see clips of Last of Us Part 1, like the remake of that game here as well, as like a little throw-in for the PS5 Pro. If Naughty Dog have been working on enhancements for Part 2 as well, they could go kind of hand in hand. But yeah, I'm expecting a lot of retreading old ground here, in the remaster department and in just this is what we're doing to the games you already own, which I don't really think is what would get me to buy a PS5 Pro, to be honest. I want new things, but maybe if they're getting this all out of the way, then we'll have some new game announcements as well. I don't know.
Yeah, in terms of flat games, I don't really care because I only play VR now. But there is one type of or two types of flat games that I do care about, and that are ones that use Unreal Engine 4 and 5.
I'm giving you 5 seconds to get this off your chest,
because
and then I'm going to politely ask you to leave.
Okay, but all I was going to say is that a PSVR 2 with a PS5 and a PC is peak VR gaming. That is something that I had said a while back, and I tweeted it out, and I was like, I hope this is true. It turns out it is very true. But yeah, so I'll be interested personally just in any games that use Unreal Engine that we can use Unreal Engine VR with. But other than that, the remasters, I was kind of, one of the first people to be like, remaster this game. That really applied to old games on PS1 that didn't age well, and like Crash Bandicoot, Final Fantasy 7, these, and Spyro. I was like, I was team remake these or whatever. But for a game that came out what feels like a year or two ago, it's a little bit different. Now it's obviously probably a good sales investment for them, or investment for them financially, and that's fine. They're a business or whatever, but definitely doesn't really apply to me here.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, the one thing I would say though with the flat games as well, if we did get a Resident Evil 9 announcement here, or like a teaser or something, would we want a VR mode inkling now saying it's coming? Even if it's not that in depth, I feel like that could be quite exciting. Of course, the Resi games are fantastic in VR, and that would really get my attention.
It would be crazy if they did this again, where they announce like Resident Evil 9 or something, and then they're like, and it's going to be playable at Tokyo Game Show. Like, I don't know how they keep doing that, but they've done that year after year. I don't think they're going to do that here. I feel like they would probably focus a little bit more time on something, on an announcement like that.
Yeah.
Unless they just did like a teaser or something. But man, I sure hope the next one has VR, because Resident Evil is like meant for VR. It is so good.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it sounds like, by all accounts, it sounds like VR is coming to the next Resident Evil game. That interview that was done with Capcom, they're talking about the next games in the series. They're talking about their interest in VR. They're saying definitely not done with VR. The only thing that we know for sure is that when Resident Evil 9 launches, it will not launch side by side with PSVR 2 support.
Right.
And that is something they just want to focus on the game and then get the VR implementation in after the fact. So
they do a great job with that.
I mean, they do a great job. The question is like, it's more of a question, I think less of a question for you guys, I think, although maybe with your love of PC stuff, maybe it is a question for you guys, as far as like Unreal Injector goes, but I'm definitely curious about the people in the chat. Will people wait for the VR mode before they play it? Right? So many people said, "Oh, I just played Village flat screen because I just couldn't. There was no guarantee we were going to get Village in VR, and we finally did." Right? But and now, like, I feel like Resident Evil 9, the guarantee is much, much higher. Right? I mean, Capcom has basically done everything but say, "Hey, we're going to add VR support after launch." So the question is would you guys wait for the official VR mode from PlayStation and Capcom to play it on your PSVR 2, or would you be like playing this stuff UEVR? I guess it's not UEVR, right? Because
you can't play
like
it. It would have to have a mod.
Yeah,
right.
I think I'd honestly wait. Like, my Resident Evil experience, I'm still a fairly new fan. I started with 7 on the PSVR. That was the first one, and then that continued with 8 on PSVR 2, and then I got to experience 4 for the first time with the remake on PSVR 2. I couldn't really imagine experiencing this series flat ever again. I don't think. Though the encounters and the set pieces, I can't really explaining it to Resident Evil fans who have played it on the flat, saying how I went through and played it in VR and how different that felt. I think I might buy it at launch for support, but I would definitely wait if we knew that VR support was coming, for sure.
Yeah, I don't. I waited for Resident Evil Village. I waited years, and it was worth every second of waiting. It was one of the best VR experiences I've ever had. So, and a lot of the people that I know that didn't wait, they regretted it. They were like, "Oh, I wish I would have waited to play it for the first time. This would have been like so much more." And I remember being like, "Well, I tried to tell you, but I don't blame people for not being able to wait sometimes up toward of like 2 years or something. However, it won't take that long if it gets VR support this time around, but I don't blame people that just jumped in, but it certainly takes away from, I think, the amount of people that want to play it in VR if they've already played it on flat screen. And it kind of does depend on the game as well. Like something like Resident Evil 4 that's like super replayable. I mean, people can you can replay that game 100 times and it never gets old. Meanwhile, Village is like, it's amazing from start to finish, but it's not one that you can just really replay over and over and over, which I think took away from some of the initial oomph of its VR launch, even though it was, received really well. But yeah, it kind of depends on the game, how the game is, how replayable it is. But to answer your question, Brian, 100% will wait for a VR mode of some sort.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I'm going to wait. I zero interest in playing it flat screen. I saw some people in the chat saying, no way, they're not going to wait. I think it was Chris Forthenberry said, I'm not going to wait. I mean, I understand that, right? If you're still very much into the flat screen ecosystem, if like these are games that you're just like buying day one and you're playing and you cannot wait and you don't want anything to get spoiled, because it's so hard to avoid spoilers too. So, it's completely understandable. But I do agree with you, AJ. I do think that most people who said, man, my first time playing Village in VR was my second time through the game. And I feel like I missed out on a lot of that because, Village isn't really scary on the flat screen. And then when you play it in VR, it's like, I mean, listen, it's not terrifying. It's not Resident Evil 7 scary, but it certainly adds a lot, right? It's like definitely got this atmosphere that you don't quite soak in when you're playing it on the flat screen. So yeah, it kind of sucks the situation that we're in right now, but listen, if I know it's coming, then that's good enough for me. I can absolutely wait.
Yeah.
Guys, let's hit up a couple tips here and see what people are talking about in the chat. While we just now a Game Cat, specifically White Tiger, Canadian $2 tip says, I've steered clear of leaks for this one. There have been leaks everywhere, so please do not share leaks for the state of play in the chat.
I love that I only see the only leak stuff I see these days is just like people saying like Bloodborne PC, Bloodborne remastered 4K 60 frames per second, Bloodborne cart.
But how great would Bloodborne 4K 60 be?
I love that the whole leaks are starting to become just like just for fun, a joke kind of thing. Yeah. It really can ruin the fun of the surprise. I mean, when they leak that stuff.
I mean, there's legit leaks out there, but like if they kind of get drowned out by all the jokes, which is nice.
Yeah,
I've been staying away.
Yeah,
Sorry, there is a countdown timer, Brian, so we can sync early if we need to.
True. I jumped then because it started and it was really loud, and I was trying to listen to you guys, and I just got jump scared.
It happened to me too. Is it spooky season already? It feels like spooky season. I'm ready, man. I'm so ready. We're so close.
Let me go over to the let me go to the full screen here and see all right, so I've got 7 minutes 24, 23, 22.
Okay, I'm at 7 minutes 5, so I can.
Whoa.
Okay.
I can pause them.
I think I was one behind you. Okay. 15, 14, 13. Is that
12, 11?
Let me 10, come back to where you guys are at. 9,
okay.
8, 7,
I'm in perfect sync with you, Brian.
Yeah, I'm with you guys now.
Sweet.
Turn the music up just a little bit so they can hear it in the background.
Ready to go.
This is like some 90s sequence that happens before they like enter virtual reality together in some movie. Are we all synced?
Yeah, we're synced.
All right, let's see. We've got Nihilist Ryan, the Game Feline, with a $5 tip, saying, if we collectively think new VR game announcement, maybe we can will it into existence. That is how the universe works, Nihilist Ryan. So, dude, I mean, listen, we got... I'm trying to think of the last few state of plays, and it's so hard to separate state of plays from showcases because they all kind of have the same vibe to them these days, right? Showcases don't feel as special as they used to, and then they all sort of run together because of that. It's like sort of a very similar presentation. But like, what other than Legendary Tales, like what was the last like surprise we got for PSVR 2 during a state of play? Like, was it Resident Evil 4? I guess
Metro.
I was about to, oh yeah,
was
Metro was
revealed?
kind of a surprise.
yeah. Metro did kind of come out. I know Resi 4 as well was the one that came to mind for me. Was the big like wow, but Metro, yeah.
So there's a possibility here, then, right? I mean, like it's not completely out of the question. If we're
I think there absolutely is.
Yeah.
I think that's why I said I think honestly your expectations should just be blank, like not too high, not too low. Just watch, because it could be anything. It could be just a look at stuff we already know is coming. It could be something new. It could be something big, something small. I don't know.
Mentally prepare myself for it to be the same that we've seen though.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That's gonna definitely be what I'm going in with the mindset of, for sure.
The Game Cat Andrew Ehrenreich with the $2 tip says, "What up, Brian? What up, AJ? What up, Jamie? What up, Andrew?
What's up, Andrew?
So
Leo AI with the 50 Sekiros says CP2077 with Luke Ross V14 is GR8. HVO-V delivers RDR2 in VR is also a hell of an experience. PC got them AAA VR games. Invested in a 4080 4080. I know, shut up. No regrets. I'm just making fun
regrets.
of you. I'm just making fun of you PC people with all of your numbers. I got a 4080s. Oh, okay. Well, I'll finally be able to play something in 20 frames per second. Wonderful. Leo, I hope that works out for you. I want to play Red Dead 2 in VR. That'd be cool. I'm down. I'd rather play Cyberpunk in VR, but what are you gonna do? PHRF with the level 2 membership says, I prefer to play Resident Evil First Flat, so I'm not that scared in VR. By the way, according to leak, only Metro. Hey, wait, what are you doing? What, we're avoiding leaks, and he's like, hey, here's the leak. Only Metro today.
I feel like, it could be, but if it's Metro and we get more gameplay that shows a bit more of the world, and I don't know, what else are we missing? Are we missing a release date for that one? I get confused with this last stage of the year.
Yeah, I think we don't have a release date for that.
Metro's just
maybe
2024, right? That's all we know. It's just sometime this year.
I think so.
Yeah,
it's so hectic at the end of this year, man. So much stuff going on.
That's a big one, though.
Good.
That's a really, it would be that would make the most sense to me. Being that they went with like Alien and Behemoth last time, Metro, and what's another, like, do they have any other like that are tied to like a big IP or something? That would make sense to me. Maybe Aces of Thunder.
Yeah, Aces of Thunder with the War Thunder crowd. It's the same with like Metro with the fans of the flat game. It makes a good impression on them. But
yeah.
I'd hope for a little more, maybe 1 or 2 games more than just the one. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. I don't think they've ever done just one.
No, I don't think so.
I think I call yes on that leak, but we'll see.
Oh, Wando Cat, Kirnando Cat. With the level 2 membership says, looking forward to this for some reason.
That's
good.
Yep.
Right there with you.
Always look on the bright side of life. Mark with the $10 tip says the online PlayStation Store page for Aces of Thunder now says how many players it supports online. It says up to 16 players. Didn't say that before. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Interesting. Sleuthing.
That's a good number.
I do think Phasmophobia would make sense, being that or something coming next month. And Phasmophobia,
Ghost of Tabor maybe as well.
Ghost of Tabor would be a good one. I saw Macho mention that earlier. That's a big one. Ghost of Tabor, Phasmophobia. I think if they announce like if they do like an official once again like a console thing, but then also maybe show like 2 seconds of VR or something.
Bro, by all accounts, it seems like Phasmophobia was delayed for as long as it was because they couldn't get the PSVR 2 version optimized properly, right? Because that held up the Xbox and flat screen PlayStation 5 release for like so long, right? So like you would think Sony would be like, hey, thanks for making it right, and let's showcase that PSVR 2 version.
It's a properly hyped flat screen game as well. That would get people tuning in for that.
Agreed. Yeah, 16 players, Ace of Thunder. That's awesome. And then Sun WTF gifted 5 without parole memberships. Lots of new members out there today. Hopefully you guys are all doing good. 741 people watching. Thank you guys for being here. Again, we're thrilled that you're watching this with us. And it is time. It is 6 o'clock. So I think it's just time to switch to the countdown. We got 1 minute left. Bambino Ramos with the level 2 membership says, Ghost of Tabor hype. Jokes aside, hope this is a good show. Same shit. Yes. One more. We got 57 seconds, so we'll keep the tips going. You guys keep them coming. Hype Phase with the Canadian $20 says, cool to watch this with you guys and the cats. Happy to see Jammy again. It's been a while. I can't make up my mind for which game I'm most hyped for. So many epic PSVR 2 games coming. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
At the end of the day, there's really, I don't know how much more excited I can be about the rest of this year, because we're like already drowning in awesome games, and it's only going to get more. But hey, let's see what Sony's got. Let's see what they give us here.
Hell yeah,
for sure.
All right. See, I gotta be all screwy with this, so I actually gotta pause it on my phone to get synced up with the 7. There we go, 6. Now I can unpause. Cool. Here we go, guys. Turning it up. Enjoy. Shit.
First party.
Come on, we still got that, right?
Yeah, we do.
Sorry about the volume there, guys. Hopefully that's right now.
Oh, that was quick. This game just came out. They're already out the DLC.
Yeah. Crazy.
Free is nice.
Yeah.
You guys been playing this one, or have you just been mad?
I have not picked it up, unfortunately.
I've only played the first few worlds. It's good.
See how much joy Astro is bringing to homes.
I'll play it when it gets some kind of VR.
On behalf of Team Asobi, thank you so much. Now, we still have a few surprises up our sleeves. Today's trailer was a sneak peek at the DLC we'll release later this year at no additional cost. We'll have more to share soon.
Or if they remaster the first
enjoy
one.
The state of play.
Then
that would be fantastic.
I'll buy that, and I'll buy the extra.
Listen to me, burnt one. If you're intending to walk the midnight walk, you better be sure to keep your spark safe and burning.
Freaky.
While I was in the black,
I like the art style.
Yeah. Very like Coraline-ish.
There was a monster in the woods. And on you go, like a moth into the burning light.
PlayStation VR 2 compatible.
Did it say that?
Yep.
I missed that, man.
No shit. Let's go.
I think I'm blind. I didn't see that. Amazing.
I didn't either.
Yeah, it was just little letters on the bottom black bar of the screen.
Yeah, I see it now.
Oh.
Somebody said we screwed up our sync when I upped the resolution. So oh no, I'm sorry. I might be ahead of you guys. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
All right, let's see what this is.
Now.
And so it was that the burning
Yo,
That's
the PSVR 2
fantastic.
game. Hell yeah,
Oh,
third
yeah.
person, good art style. I dig it.
Yes, me too.
midnight walk.
Very like Del Toro-esque in terms of that sort of film.
Let's go.
Cool. Amazing.
I'm
up for that.
That looks very
Fast
cool.
travel. Okay.
Oh, it's published by Fast Travel?
Yeah.
Nice. Dude, they're killing it lately.
Yeah, they're so good at the moment, man.
I don't remember when it happened, but I remember how I felt. Father told us to hide when they came to our house. Then they took him away. Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore. Everyone had fled. She said the country was sick, but we would be okay.
We're not kicking it off with a very happy
Mother
tone, are we?
always said monsters
This state of play has my name written all over it.
Yeah.
under my bed. We were both wrong. They lived inside our heads.
Okay.
Yeah. Intriguing.
Yep.
I'm on board. No PSVR 2 though, but
here we
all
go.
good.
My story is a tale of rules
time.
rewritten
Awesome.
by nuclear
Oh, maybe I'm
fire.
ahead now.
That's all right. It's all right. I think you're only like a
Yeah,
second
we're
ahead of me.
Yeah.
Okay, I just
No
paused it.
worries.
Have you seen Yana?
Something happened.
She's in no
This is great. 3 games in, 2 of
Oh,
them
yeah.
are PSVR 2.
I need to go after
Yes. And this is a big one,
her
too.
bodies arranged in
But
some
they've
sort
just
of
nailed
ritual.
the art style of the games, man.
Just let Yana be all right. What is that? I keep hearing other voices on the radio.
You said there were people there.
Into the Radius got me even more excited for this.
Yeah.
Did you not hear any of that?
Yana, is that you?
I'm seeing things. Hearing things. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Sometimes we need to become the thing we fear. To prevent something worse.
This looks great. I mean,
Yeah.
A couple
November
of things
7th.
in there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
November 7th.
Oh.
That's great.
Yeah. There's a couple of things in there that I've been waiting for them to confirm from the flat games, like the little rail minecart sections that are in the flat games, and there was a glimpse of outside there, which is really promising.
Learn the truth about the night sky tragedy. Long ago, you humans slaughtered each other.
Remind me when this is over. I'm sure they're going to be having posting articles on the PlayStation blog about all this stuff. So I want to do some deeper dives into this when we're done.
You have been granted another chance in Auroria. It must be the will of your beloved mother goddess. However, I still have no trust in your kind.
Interesting, no word of like any PS5 Pro upgrades so far.
Yeah.
That's true. I guess, I mean, they better be gearing up, right? I mean, like, pre-orders for the Pro go live in a couple days, right?
If you survive
Yeah.
this trial,
A little strange.
Maybe we'll get some sort of like sizzle reel later with like some games and stuff, but
perhaps you
we'll
might
see.
become one of us.
I love it. I don't know what it is. I love it.
Are those Pokemon?
This is Parole. Hell yeah.
Is this
I
Parole?
think. Is it?
Man.
I
Oh
want to say
man.
it is.
Nintendo gonna sue us.
Yeah.
Dude, let's
But I
let's
think
hope
so.
let's hope this comes out before Nintendo wins the lawsuit, because they did just sue the
Yeah.
studio,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh boy, let's hope we get it first.
I'm gonna predict they'll say out now at the end of this, and I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna say that.
All right. Out today, you nailed it. What? What?
Yeah, I did not expect to be right.
Go buy a lottery
yeah.
ticket
Okay,
now.
That's great though. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
An incredible open world survival game that's launching today on the
Awesome.
PlayStation 5 console. We have a few more games with breaking news today, starting with the return of two beloved RPGs from the original
Ooh.
PlayStation.
Interesting, original.
I hope the other one's Legend of Dragoon.
Yes.
Luner's good. I never really got into him, but it's very solid.
Lunar Remastered Collection brings together Lunar the Silver Star Story Complete and Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete with updated visuals, widescreen mode, and more.
That's actually a great compilation of games. I just sold my Sega CD copies. Maybe I'll pick this up.
Lunar Remastered Collection comes to PS5 and PS4 in spring 2025. Two updates on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. First, the Radical Reptiles DLC, which adds Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa as playable characters. And for no extra cost, a remixed in-game soundtrack featuring some amazing guest composers. Both of these updates arrive later today.
Person Shadow the Hedgehog VR.
And yes, you heard
That would
right.
test the VR legs, I
Keanu
think.
Reeves is joining
Keanu!
Sonic X Shadow
Yeah.
Generations as part of the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack. This update is inspired by scenes from the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie and arrives December 12th. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack is included in the Digital Deluxe Edition, which lets you play the game 3 days ahead of its October
It's
25th.
selling that hard.
You get to play it 3 days ahead. Like, I know one Sonic fan that would care about this. Wait a minute.
Sakaguchi.
坂口、プロデューサーオブファンタジアンネオディメンジョン、手作りのジオラマを使ったファンタジアンネオディメンジョン、150も作りました。そしてランダムエンカウントを貯めていっぺんに戦ったり、スキルの起動を操作したりと単式バトルにも新要素を盛り込んでいます。音楽はファイナルファンタジーシリーズで共に歩んできた上松さんです。
Nobuo
プレイステーション5にて2024年12月5日発売、どうか皆さんにプレイしていただけたらと
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, I love the backgrounds they got going on in that as well. Fantastic. Getting a lot of stuff brought
We're
over.
just over a month away from
Oh,
the
yeah.
release of Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
Dude, I love the pacing
Let's
of
check
this.
in
This
with
is great.
BioWare
Yeah.
and Electronic Arts for an extended look at a climactic battle.
We say that, they just say extended look.
Oh, well, then anybody got popcorn?
We've gotten word from the wardens.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty big game. It's probably worth
Yeah.
spending some extra time on. And all the initial previews have been like surprisingly positive.
Yeah, yeah.
I really liked Inquisition.
Rook, you
I
made
played the
it.
shit out of Inquisition.
Wouldn't miss it. We have unfinished business.
I'm not a
with that
medieval
dragon.
kind of guy.
We've tracked it to a ruined
And
tower
one.
nearby. That lair is a death
I didn't
trap.
like 2 very much.
We need to
You'll be
lower
the
our
expert here, because I don't mind medieval stuff, but I'm not really a Dragon Age fan.
So we challenge her.
They're kind of slow
Drag the arrow
paced,
to the
but
open.
they're
Then
good.
attack.
They're really deep and good characters, good dialogue stuff.
VR or it didn't happen, AJ.
Just you and me now.
That's the rule.
Everyone, get ready.
Orders! Ready, ballistas!
You have the weirdest commentary today, AJ.
Wait for it.
That's what he was doing.
No, I'm aware of that. They're aware of that. Jammy's aware of that. The question is why are you doing it?
Super.
Everybody together.
I'm still in shock from seeing Sakaguchi, man.
Hit the wings. Force her to land. Second detachment. Flank on the walls. Let's go.
All right, we got a second here while they're. Yeah, so two PSVR 2 games off the bat. We're about halfway through the show, maybe not even. And what do we think? Are they gonna surprise us with one or two more, or have we seen everything?
We said 3.
Yeah.
I mean,
we said 3. I think
maybe
got room for one more.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of nervously upped the ante to 3, and I'm not sure if I should have.
Yeah. I don't know. They're not doing they're kind of not going in any order, right? Like they did a VR, they did a flat, and then they did a VR. So they're not just bundling them together like they usually do. So I have a feeling, if they're smart, there's one big one or one surprise one coming at the end.
Yeah, maybe so. I think if this was the show to reveal a new Resident Evil, which I don't know, I'm not sure if it would be, but if it was, that would probably be the one I bet my money on. But yeah, I think we might get one more by the end. But if it's just those two, to be honest, I'm kind of happy with that.
Yeah, I was thinking more like Aces of Thunder.
Oh yeah.
Because it needs to get announced already, like officially.
Yeah. I could see that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Aces of Thunder would be a good one.
But there's got to be one more announcement for something next month. That's what I'm thinking. I think we need something for October.
Phasmophobia would fit that, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that would as well. Yeah.
But I'm really intrigued by that the third person claymation style one they showed. Looks really cool.
Yeah, it's literally claymation. That is sick.
Yeah, I'm actually super interested in getting that trailer downloaded and kind of going through it a couple of times after the live show's over.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, that's gonna look really good in the headset. That claymation in the headset, that's gonna look awesome. Yeah. And I'm a big fan of the Neverhood games.
Yeah.
I absolutely love those. And so this will be a little bit nostalgic too. We don't see claymation games ever anymore.
No, that's gonna look great in the headset. I'm very excited for it. I'm honestly thrilled already. Like Jamie said, it's I feel like I already got everything I wanted because we got a new game announcement.
Yeah.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. The FBC's research department
Is Alan Wake
the facility.
Again?
Remedy.
The lake house.
Yeah, Alan Wake 2, I think.
If I had
DLC
any clue what was waiting for us
Is
in
your
there,
mode? No.
I mean, please,
nice.
and thank
kept
you.
on driving.
Oh, this does look more like Control.
Yeah, maybe.
Everything they've shown is first person so far. Stop teasing us.
Yeah, we're still coping.
Yeah.
It's just a camera shot.
Shh. It's first person.
It kind of is. It is. Technically.
If this was Control 2, that would be pretty big.
Yeah. It's kind of what it looks like. Alan Wake 2. Okay. The Lake House. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, VR.
Give up the firearm!
What?
Hit. What? What?
Whoa! No!
Dude!
Dude, is it the trilogy?
They did it!
Is it just 3
They
or is it going
did
to be
it!
the whole trilogy?
Dude, they did it! Holy shit!
2 hands, dude! I
Holy
can't wait to
shit!
strangle some motherfuckers!
Yes! Dude, they
That's the quote
fucking
of the
did
show
it!
right there. That's the quote of the show.
Woo!
Hell yeah. I did not expect this.
Bro,
Yo!
this is, dude, after the kind of shitty release of Hitman 3 on Quest,
Whoa!
this is sort of like a big fuck you, right? Being like, hey, here's the version you were waiting for.
Oh shit!
Damn, that's fantastic looking, isn't it?
Oh shit!
Unbelievable. Did not think this was going to happen, you guys. Did not think it was going to happen.
You could have asked me 100 games and I would not have said Hitman.
Yeah, I think I'm
Yo,
with
December, baby! We back!
Wait,
we back!
Dude, it's like the whole trilogy.
It's the whole
Yes.
thing. It's
They're
all
not
of
even
it.
saying Hitman 3. It's the whole fucking trilogy.
It's all of it. It's all.
Let's
Dude.
fucking go!
Holy shit, man.
No,
I
This
get
looks like
chills.
VR2. Wait a minute, is
Kinda
this
looks like
Soul Reaver?
VR1. Yeah.
Wait, this is Soul Reaver.
Did you miss the announcement?
I did.
Oh, well then pay attention.
earned a new kind of reward.
Dude,
I'm
Soul
still in
Reaver's
shock
back.
about Hitman, man. I'm still in shock about that.
Yeah, I bet chills
What?
for real.
Oh, oh my God, Sony, what are you doing to me?
Was preordained in an instant.
It looks mildly better.
It does. It looks exactly the same,
Right?
just with higher resolution.
They went
And
from
I
the
love
old, they went from the old version to the new version, and I was like, it's like the same game.
Oh, that's sick, dude. Hitman. Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't believe that. That's especially. I would not have predicted that after they had the Quest launch that they would bring the whole
Right.
World of Assassination to VR.
Okay, so we're up to 5 games for the for this state of play.
Let's go, baby.
The future.
5 PSVR 2 games so far, you guys. Let's keep them coming. Let's go for a record.
Don't fight it, Raziel.
Everything that's old is new again. Oh, 1 and 2 remastered. I didn't know that.
Oh shit.
Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2
Yo.
Remastered arrives December 10th,
Oh, wow.
celebrating the 25th anniversary
What a great
of
show
the
so
first
far.
game's
And we're
release.
still got like 10
Yeah.
more minutes left.
You sure we can't just do the same?
Games from the original PlayStation era also inspired Fear the Spotlight
Clock
from
Tower?
Blumhouse Games.
Oh,
It
no.
brings
Yeah.
atmospheric polygonal scares to PS5 and PS4 on October 22nd.
I thought she was about to say PS5 and PSVR 2 then, but it's okay.
Just go home, Viv.
We've been spoiled already.
I'm happy here. So happy.
At last, we've returned to our ancestral
Oh my
land.
God, dude.
A gas
Hitman 3.
Yeah, yeah.
And 2 and
Build
1.
villages and nurture
Yeah.
vast ecosystems in Towers of Agasba.
Yo, I'm gonna have to play through that shit all over again.
Yeah.
This
Oh my
colorful
God.
world includes unique
These are the hybrid
features,
games that
a
we wanted,
peculiar
you know,
cast
and
of
now it's
characters, and also
Crazy.
allows you to invite other players to visit your island.
Unbelievable. Tell you, IO was really good about being quiet about that because
yeah.
Towers of
Hitman-
Agasba
Word.
launches into
Hitman 3
early
came out and they were
access
like
this
exclusive
November.
to Quest 3, right? But then they were
Up next, Epic
Then
Games
this.
brings a split-screen mode to LEGO Fortnite this October. This feature enables friends and family to
I'm
explore the
sorry.
world
Wow.
and build villages
Oh wait,
together
are you
while
excited
playing
about Lego
on the
Fortnite,
same
Jamie?
PS5 or
No.
PS4.
I didn't know if the generational gap had just like kicked in and we were
The
like,
new Fortnite
listen,
limited
I love
edition
Fortnite.
DualSense
I'm not gonna
wireless
lie,
controller
but
arrives later
I
this
do
year.
not care about Lego
Pre-order starting
Fortnite
October
at
3rd.
all.
I like Lego separately. It's
Visit
pretty cool. You can
PlayStation
animate
blog
cool
for
stuff
more
with it.
details.
I like Fortnite. Put them together. I played it for a day and then never touched it again, and that's that.
Oh, here we go. This one's for AJ.
And Koei Tecmo Games is ready to share the release date.
Jet Moto?
Let's take a
No,
look.
Dynasty Warriors. Did you like tune out? What happened? We lost you for a second there.
Yeah, Lego Fortnite and we're off somewhere else.
Until then, you must adapt to the chaos and find a way to survive. So choose your path wisely. Go forth and learn what it means to be a hero.
I did love Dynasty Warriors, but I don't know. I made it to 9, and I was like, I'm tired.
Did you play all of them from 1 to 9?
Almost. I skipped because some of the ones were like weird, like 6. empires and whatnot. They were kind of like different. 7 and 8 were really good. Like that was like peak Dynasty Warriors.
The die has been cast.
Besides 2 and 3.
All that remains.
I was just asking to be nice. I don't care. I really don't care. Chris James in the chat says, Dynasty Warrior fans, we are so back.
Dude, they do get a lot of. I mean,
no, hey, listen, they wouldn't have made this many if there wasn't a huge fan base.
True.
Yeah.
So good. I'm happy for anyone who loves these things, but I end up going to these, like, what do they call them? What's the genre? Muso.
The something. Yeah, Muso.
Did I just make
Muso
that
games.
up? I don't think it's Muso.
No, it's Muso.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Is this VR?
I don't know.
No.
It's burned into my mind.
Capcom.
Oh, is it Monster Hunter?
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I guess so.
I would love a
So,
Monster Hunter
Captain,
VR.
what's your team been getting up to?
The Guild gave special assignments to some of the other units from the expedition, mine included.
This forest is amazing.
My fur isn't built for this kind of
Man,
weather.
just Hitman VR. That's
causing
it.
the
That's
watercress
the sentence. Hitman VR. Crazy.
I mean, and listen, as those games looked phenomenal on PSVR 1, right? The whole World of Assassination trilogy looked incredible. Like, it pushed PSVR 1 to its limits, but we were playing on it with the DualShock 4. And so, like, you know, if we get a little bump in resolution and we get, you know, full sense controller support, that's all we needed. That's all we needed. Those games already look beautiful, so I'm not even looking for a massive upgrade.
Hey, we should finally do our very first graphics side-by-side comparison and compare Reloaded to the PSVR 2 version trilogy. You know, for science.
It's a little cruel.
It's for science.
Can we not kick them
People
while they're
like
down?
those videos.
Let's not kick people while they're down.
You know somebody's gonna do that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd love to compare like the PSVR 1 to the Quest 3 to PSVR 2. I think that would be fun. But also, we already know what the result is. Yeah. One day, Monster Hunter will come to VR. One day. It won't be. I don't think it'll be this generation, or maybe not the generation after. But one day, and it'll be
At some point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever generation promises to every game will also be playable in VR. That's
It's real.
If I still played flat games, I'd be playing the shit out of this.
hell yeah. Absolutely. This in Power World, man. Like, big time.
Yeah.
Investigation.
What is that thing? An extinct species.
You're a hunter. You've got a weapon, and you do nothing.
Also, just like to say that all the leaks were wrong, right? If the leak said only Metro, then proven very wrong.
Yeah, a whole lot more than that.
Yep.
Chat's very happy right now.
Yeah. I was reading a bit.
It's such a rare occasion. I want to soak it all in. Chat's
Yeah,
usually very mad about lots of things, always.
I can't remember who commented earlier. It was like, "Oh, we're 5 minutes in, and you guys are happy." That's not the norm.
The problem is now we've raised our expectations for the next state of play, but it's going to be like,
Yeah.
皆さんこんにちは。
Yeah.
モンスターハンターワイルズ
Next one is
プロデューサーの
definitely gonna
佐藤です
suck.
Yep.
本作の発売日が
You know, I'll take the hit after this one. It's fine.
世界同日発売に決定いたしました。
What was the? Did they give us a release date for the World of Assassination?
December.
December.
Oh,
Yeah.
somebody shoot me! There's no way I'm going to get these reviews done on time. The rest of this year was
Yeah.
already packed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
January would have been nice.
Yeah.
February.
It would have been made like the
December.
final retrospectives easier to do as well on which games we like the best, because now there are 6 million that are really, really good, probably.
Oh man, that is huge, man. That is so exciting.
Derry Bear says you can still play flat screen games. SMH. I'm like, you don't know.
No, I can't. Not without getting bored after 5 minutes.
Without Parole takes 90 hours a week. I do play flat screen games, but just very infrequently these days. Usually on my Portal. The Portal's nice. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, that one sold a lot better than they thought it would. Like, people really seem to love that.
Yeah. Your Long Shadows reminds me. You've already played Hitman, though, Bryan, so I'm just dipping for a comparison, updated review. That's an excellent point. But I'm going to want to play them.
It was incredible. Yeah.
It was so much fun.
For real.
Yeah.
They really were.
And those are games that are not within, like, those are not in my wheelhouse. Those are not genres I normally care about, right? But, like, in VR, so much different.
We are so excited for everyone to get their hands on LEGO Horizon Adventures when it launches on November 14th.
All right, guys, we must be running close to the end here because
yeah, for sure.
It's been 30 minutes. Let's see what else they've got here.
Aloy's original adventure, Horizon Zero Dawn, is being remastered for PS5 and PC by Guerrilla.
So they didn't do this yet already?
Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered includes more than 10 hours of
I
re-recorded
I think it still looks a great game, even without this, but...
Yeah. The same visual fidelity as Horizon Forbidden West.
But it's like if you keep upgrading the game before the sequel for each generation, you're just going to keep on like playing catch up to the next title over time, in a way. Yeah, at some point you got to say, okay, that's just how it is. We'll leave it.
Hey, you know, again, maybe for people who haven't jumped into the Horizon series yet, you know, this is a good place for them to jump in. And go,
yeah.
You know,
and that'll upgrade as well. Pretty good.
Yep.
I guess.
I would think that'd be a free upgrade.
Yeah. Yeah.
New content is on the way to the action-packed world of Stellar Blade. A new photo mode lets players set up the perfect picture with your choice of poses, expressions.
I feel like you're doing these kind of quick updates. You're like, hey, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Oh, here's some updates for Stellar Blade. Why do I feel like they're going to do like and just one more thing? Does that...
No hopes up. I'm not getting my hopes up. It's not happening. But maybe.
I mean, they've got to announce Days Gone.
Yeah,
Remastered,
true.
right?
True.
So that maybe that'll.
And
be
you'd think that'd be something bigger than the Horizon one.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh. We've got Nier in Stellar Blade.
Nier in Stellar Blade.
Sci-fi worlds collide in the Stellar Blade and Nier Automata collaboration.
What was her name? Seven?
Later this year.
I don't know. I just found out that I've been saying Nier.
Nier. I love Nier. Yeah, I love Nier Automata. That was so good.
Now let's talk about what's ahead for PlayStation Plus.
Interesting.
First, your monthly games for October are WWE 2K24, Dead Space, and Doki Doki Literature Club
Dead
Plus.
Space.
These will be available to all PlayStation Plus members starting October 1st. Meanwhile, our library of PlayStation classics continues to grow, with 2 more fan favorites from the original PlayStation arriving later this year: Blood Omen: Legacy of Kain and Capcom's Dino Crisis.
All right. Cool. I just sold both of those, so
fans
perfect.
know September 26th is The Last of Us Day, and we're celebrating by adding the critically acclaimed PS5 hit The Last of Us Part 1 to the PlayStation Plus game catalog this Thursday.
They did have a mention of Last of Us Part 1 then, like I thought, but it's not the PS5 upgrade that I thought it would be, the Pro, but...
Alright, what are they doing? Are they sending us off, or are they about to announce something else?
It seems like a send-off.
Yeah, it seems like a send-off. Or a new controller, I guess. Or not.
Oh, it's so white.
New controllers, yeah.
Oh god, it's so ugly. Man, other than the Astrobot controller, I haven't really seen like a special edition one that I thought was cool looking. Or I guess the 30th anniversary edition stuff. All of that stuff looks great.
Yeah.
Some of the normal, the base colors, like the red, I forget the name for it, like the Sony name for it, but I've got one of those. They're pretty nice. But like the actual edition ones, ironically, the Concord one I thought looked kind of neat, but that game imploded. So, yeah.
Maybe those will be really rare.
Yeah.
Hi everyone,
Hey, Mark.
I'm Mark Cerny. We recently revealed the newest addition to the PlayStation 5
upgrades.
family, PS5 Pro, alongside several games showcasing the superior frame rates and improved graphics that the new console makes possible. With PS5 Pro, developers have access to 3 key improvements: an upgraded GPU, advanced ray tracing, and AI-driven upscaling that combine to bring developers closer to realizing their
It wasn't impressive the first time, Mark.
We're excited for players to get their hands
If
on
he shows you
PlayStation
again
5
and
Pro
again and
when it
again,
launches this
eventually.
November.
The big
But in the
three, Brian.
meantime,
The big
here's
three.
a look at some of the games that are being enhanced for the new console, including a few titles that we're revealing for the very first time today.
Oh. Pay attention.
Please VR,
Please. Although it does seem like VR improvements are like a few months
Later.
away.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That got really loud.
that will get my attention.
They definitely have to show Gran Turismo. Yeah, there it is. Okay, done.
Yep. Without VR, though, I have no interest in a Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have interest in PlayStation 5 without VR.
True.
Honestly.
Yeah.
You know, there's been some good games here and there, but nothing that I needed to buy a $500 console for outside of VR. We just listed a bunch of titles, and now we're going to list them again.
Yeah, I mean, some of those are VR supported, but
Yeah.
they have to patch it into the game.
Yeah. What a pisser. Oh, here we go.
Wicked pisser. Is this your Days Gone?
Oh, probably.
Oh, yeah, I think you're on the money there.
This looks like Ghost of Tsushima.
Yep.
We
Never mind, yeah.
beyond
That
the
changed
edge
quickly.
of Japan.
We're not on the money anymore.
People come north to disappear.
He sounds like Shredder.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it is.
Or that guy that worked for Shredder.
But you
Who worked for Shredder?
are hunting.
Bebop and Rocksteady. Yeah, I mean, crazy.
And now, every Ronin here is after you. Still think you're the hunter?
I'm not sure what this announcement's for,
I
really.
have no idea.
Yeah, I probably would if I've been following flat screen stuff a little more closely, but
So maybe they would announce a sequel like this for Ghost of Tsushima? I don't know.
listen, in a state of play, it seems like a weird place, right? It seems like a showcase type thing.
Yeah, it does, definitely. For a claim game like that.
But at this point, I don't
It's
know.
got like a Western music.
Yeah, I like a lot of the music as well.
It is Sucker Punch.
They did Tsushima.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's got to be DLC, right?
It's something.
It's gotta be, yeah, it's gotta be DLC.
Looks like maybe big DLC.
Are we playing as a different character here?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Did you guys play Ghost of Tsushima?
A little bit.
The first couple hours.
Okay.
I do need to finish it.
I didn't even touch it, so like this is all foreign to me. But like, I mean, everyone I know that's played it loved it.
Yeah.
This is a great trailer, though. I don't know
Yeah.
why it's grabbing me so much.
You sold me at Wolf.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it.
We're simple-minded creatures. We're just like, oh, fuzzy little.
If there is dog, I buy.
Maybe it's Ghost of Tsushima called the mountain.
Ghost of Yotei.
Oh. Is this
so
just like a full-on sequel? Just called something?
A whole new spin-off game or sequel. Yeah, goddamn.
Cool.
That's a crazy announcement for a state of play.
Yeah.
They really came out swinging today, I gotta say.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Well done, Sony. You did it good.
Solid, man. Very, very solid.
Fantastic. All right. Man, I mean, I don't think we could have asked for anything better than what we just got. I think that was pretty fantastic, to be honest with you. All right. So much
considering what we're used to getting, that was really good.
Yeah, that was above and beyond a bit, especially with Hitman.
I'm over on the PlayStation YouTube channel. I'm trying to grab some trailers. Are either of you guys on the blog by any chance? Seeing if there's articles written up about some of these things we want to talk about.
Yes.
A quick look
now.
Midnight Walker's got one I can see.
All right.
That claymation style one.
Yeah, I'm going to download that trailer right
I cannot wait to jump into that. I'm actually really excited about that. Yeah, just see. Yeah, just Midnight Walker so far.
All right. Yeah, let's download that trailer and let's see this thing, knowing full well what it is, that it's PSVR 2 compatible. We can check this thing out full screen.
Dude, this is gonna be sick.
Okay. Looper the Underground Game Cat with the level 3 membership says, have you noticed the actual real sniper scope in the Hitman trailer? I'll tell you what I noticed in the Hitman trailer was they were very intentionally like being like, look, you have 2 hands. Look, you can do this with this. It's such a simple thing, right? But like, after the experience we've had with Hitman, it was something they had to do, which is really nice. All right. Let's let me bring up this trailer. What was it? What was the name of the game called?
The Midnight Walk, it's called. I can say though, for the blog post, there's not really there's a lot of stuff about the world, but they're kind of being a little bit secretive in terms of anything about PSVR 2 related, because it's a little while off, I guess. But yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, such a cool art style, very cool lighting. Right off the bat, they're showing 2 arms in the game, right? Like reaching out, opening and closing their hands, and then it seems like from that point on a third-person game. So maybe that wasn't the character we're playing as. It looks like there's some kind of like, Attack on Titan creatures like destroying a city. So maybe those hands are. Oh wait, there's this first-person stuff again. So now I'm really confused, like exactly what kind of game this is going to be.
Yeah, it's a really odd mix of like Coraline meets some of the third persons. I'm thinking it's going to look great in the headset, like we said, and that sort of vibe. I mean, it would have been perfect if they'd gone, it's coming out in October, because that would kind of fit. But they're saying spring for the release.
Thank God.
But
Thank God, dude.
Yeah, to be honest, that's better for us.
That's actually better for them too, because it would just get buried.
Yeah.
Springtime is a perfect time for this.
100%.
Ringy dingy ding time. All right, let me real quick. I do want to take a look at the PlayStation blog article here.
Yeah.
Just if we can extract anything from it, because especially since it seems to bounce back and forth between first and third person. If we can get any clarification on that, probably not. But also, I want. Jamie, I think you said the fast travel logo was at the end of this?
Yeah, in the top right, I think it was, if I remember right.
So my guess is that they're not developing it. So let's see if we can figure out if
No, it's a studio called Moonhood. Moonhood and Fast Travel are our developer and publisher, I guess, for the PSVR 2 side of things, or the porting side of things.
All right, well, this is...
But I can't say I've heard of them.
This blog post is coming to us from Olive Redmim, which is a name that sounds very familiar. So maybe this... Wait a minute. Something is... There's a memory triggering with like Fast Traveler created like this like new studio or something like that very recently, and like there was like this sort of whole... Okay, this is the product of something that's been sort of been hinted at for a little while now. But for whatever reason, I can't recall the origins of it all. So let's just read through this real quick here. Olive Ridman says Moonhood is over the moon to announce The Midnight Walk, a dark fantasy adventure made of clay, coming to PS5 and PSVR 2.
So cool.
Imagine waking up in a handcrafted world where every fingerprint can be spotted up close, every molded twist and turn of clay, clay visible on the ground you walk in, the monsters trying to eat you. Explore a world of light and dark. In The Midnight Walk, you awake as the Burnt One, a mysterious being who's dug themselves out of a muddy grave to find their purpose. They find it in Potboy, a little dormant lantern creature that you reignite and bring back to life. Together, you must venture down the Midnight Walk, a perilous, nightmarish highway, and along the way, survive 5 strange tales about fire, its life-giving warmth, and as well as its inherent danger. You'll outsmart ghoulish enemies, meet a fantastical cast of companions, and gaze in wonder at our handcrafted world. That's right, every asset in the game was first sculpted in clay before being 3D scanned into the game and animated in stop-motion style.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The origins of Midnight Walk. Maybe this will help me out. Not long ago, Klaus Lindgren and I were both going through a creative drought after finishing co-directing our last project, Lost in Random. How do you follow up on a massive game like that? We asked ourselves and went looking to rediscover that spark. While I went back to drawing comics, Klaus started working in clay again, creating sculptures and 3D scanning them. One day he came to me with a little creature he built in clay, a childlike humanoid with a flame coming out of its head. We immediately started talking about a game which you'd have to protect this little creature as you journeyed through a dark fairy tale world filled with fire-eating monsters who want to devour you in your flame. Sorry, here's the review for this game. It's a 10 out of 10. This is the coolest shit I've ever heard. And for that little flame creature came to life in our first playable mock-up demo, so was a spark relit in both me and Klaus. The creation of the Midnight Walk was underway, and we haven't looked back since. We've made games for many years together, but never have we been able to stay this true to our original vision and to ourselves. This game is shaping up to be something truly beautiful, and we can't wait to piece this piece of frightful poetry in your hands. We'll have much more to share. Blah, blah, blah. Spring 2025. Excellent.
That the kind of announcement you're talking about with fast travel was almost a year ago, exactly 3 days ago in 2023.
Nice.
They announced the partnership with Moonhood and Fast Travel, and this is Moonhood's first game. Although, like as you said, it's the Lost in Random creators. And in that original video that I've just checked again, you can see a lot of the sculpts of the characters in this game. But obviously at the time we had no idea. But now we can. Well, I mean, I don't need to say again, it looks fantastic.
No, thank you for clarifying that, because yeah, I mean, I'd sort of that sort of been pushed to the back of my mind, being like, oh, I wonder what's happening with them, and then completely forgot about, and now here it is, all back in the forefront. So thank you for reminding me about how that all went down.
Dude, that is so sick. As somebody that like I grew up loving the Neverhood games. I like Skull Monkeys is one of my favorite games of all time.
It's really good.
I love that game. Dude, there was the Clay Fighter games. I even played Armacrog when that came out. And that was just an average game, but these are it's just really cool. It's so refreshing to see, kind of like when games return to like being an art form, you know, and I just this just has like my kind of shit written all over it, like from the kind of almost like Tim Burton-esque like Nightmare Before Christmas looking kind of stuff and animation. Dude, yeah, and like I said, this is gonna look really good in the headset. I cannot wait to see what claymation looks like in VR. That's gonna be so sick.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, guys, moving on to Metro. It doesn't look like there's a blog post to go along with this, or with Hitman, it seems. So I think we're just left to our own devices here.
Okay. I mean, we've gotten tons of information about Metro.
Yeah.
Really, the big thing about this was that we got an official release date, which is that it's coming November 7th, I think was the official thing. So now we got something, you know, they're all starting to kind of land in place. All the pieces are starting to fall in place as to what the rest of the year is looking like. We knew a lot of these games were coming, but we didn't know when. So I'm just really glad to hear that, you know, there's going to be a little bit of time in between each so far.
Yeah, just a little,
just a little breathing room. Because usually we're accustomed to all these games dropping at the same time. So, but dude, Metro looks awesome. That looks like a ton of fun. I hope it turns out really well, because that is just that atmosphere, that vibe, mixed in with that high level of quality and polish, is going to be really, that's like system seller kind of stuff right there.
Yeah, it's like the attention to detail, and actually not, because the last thing you want with an IP that people are familiar with, and I love the Metro Flat games, they're fantastic, and I was scared with this VR kind of reimagining of it, even though it's a prequel, it's still set in the same areas and you're doing a lot of the same stuff. I was really scared that it was going to be very watered down, so that people who are newcomers to VR will not feel motion sick and will be able to have an easy experience. They're bringing in most of the environments from the flat games, most of the weapons they're recreated fantastically from what I can see. We finally got a glimpse of the outside world, which was what I was slightly scared of in terms of hardware restrictions, because it is coming to other platforms as well. But we did get a glimpse of the outside, which is a good sign, I think. And also the section with that on rails kind of like cart that you're defending that you do in the flat games. It shows they've done their homework, and that's what you need for sure for a brand like this, which people really love, and people do really love Metro.
Yeah, I mean, this is correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Vertigo developing this? Yeah, and you know, I've said it a bunch of times on the show, that like I think Vertigo makes great games, but they're very they're very straightforward for the most part, and they don't tend to be really deep mechanically. And so that was my biggest concern about this, and like just seeing this trailer, like for the first time, I'm excited about this, and and it does not appear to me like a Vertigo developed game, right? It seems like something bigger, something that's got a lot more money behind it, maybe a lot more time spent on it. It just seems like they've really made a full-fledged game. I think a big part of that is like seeing all these NPCs that are just around, right? The people around the fire, the guy who's I'm assuming is like a shopkeeper or something. Is like that's not something you just kind of see a lot of in like lower tier VR games. So I'm like I said, I think I'm finally excited for this for the first time. We said before, like I think it's like Zombie Army in this and a few other games. I'm like, yeah, I mean they look good, and I'm sure once I'm in the game I'll be excited. So I'm actually really, really surprised to be excited for this one before getting in the headset. So whoever made this trailer, great job. Like this did the trick for me.
100%.
We just had a delay, right? A delay for Behemoth. It got moved out of November into December. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
So we freed up a little bit of space.
I'm trying to remember the exact date in December.
Was it December 5th?
I think so.
Let me double check that. At the moment, if it will load and tell me, December 5th, 100%.
Okay. All right. Well, man, the beginning,
very close.
The next few months, it doesn't matter how much they try to space them out. It's still just going to be jam packed with like massive games. All right, let's see what else we got here. Obviously, the big one, which I do not have the trailer for handy. Here it is.
Link you?
I got it. Thank you, though. Let's get this downloaded. Listen, the fact that I think Metro was expected. Seeing a new game in light of the Midnight Walk, awesome, right? But I don't like Jamie said prior. He's like, you could give me 100 guesses, and did not think ever that we were going to see Hitman on PSVR 2. At least not this early in the lifespan. So this is awesome news. And again,
good sign. Yeah.
Even the video is called Hitman World of Assassination announcement trailer. It's not called Hitman 3. Is the trilogy.
Yeah, it's like it was one for me where I'm not the biggest Hitman fan. I think you said the same. Like Bryan, it's not really a genre that you'd really delve into in the flat, and it's one that I did have a go on the original PSVR one, but it was at a time where I kind of the controls were the main thing that pushed me away in terms of really getting immersed in that. This is looking to solve all of that. So yeah, I'm on board 100%, and it's nuts.
So here's the thing: is that. Obviously the big thing they're showing here, it does look like it's the full trilogy. I'm seeing, I looked closely and I'm seeing levels from each game. It looks like, Obviously, the big thing with this is that there's going to be 2 hands. Now, here's the thing, though. This game has notoriously been, talked about the controls and stuff. I am hoping for the best here, but I'm expecting there to be some bit of jank that happens in the translation of converting such a large game like this to VR. I don't care, really. I played this with the DualShock. A lot of like media outlets and stuff, and a lot of just people just didn't like that it was on PSVR, that didn't like that it was DualShock. None of that really bothered me. There were like some little janky things here and there, but I played through the entire thing from start to finish. And it was literally one of the best VR experiences, most mind-blowing experiences I've ever had, especially at the time. And it was just fantastic. So, but yeah, the big thing we're seeing here is that the full game, or the full trilogy, which is amazing, the 2 hands, which will be interesting to see. And then I picked up something else on the trailer. One was like they actually show you cocking the gun, like cocking one of the pistols, which obviously I don't know if that was in the other versions. I'd imagine so, but
it's been a while.
I haven't seen that before. Yeah, I haven't seen that before. Obviously not with the DualShock. The other thing that somebody had pointed out, there's an actual sniper scope in this. At the very end, they show him aiming at the racetrack, and the sniper scope looks good. Yeah. Like, it's not that plaster up to your screen kind of thing, to your lens, where it's just blacked out, and it just kind of like, does the smoke and mirrors, but it actually shows you like holding the gun, the rifle, and then like looking through the lens, and it looks crystal clear. That's looking good. That's huge, because that might mean also more content is coming than we got with the first one, now that they're able to do that.
Yeah, go on, Bryan. Yeah.
I was going to say, shout out to Looper in the chat, who directed me to IO's website for a Hitman World of Assassination on PSVR 2 blog post. But please say what you're going to say, Jamie, and then we will take a look through this.
Yeah, just the on that note with the picture-in-picture scope, it's something that like technically is pretty difficult to do, I think, dev-wise, and takes a lot of resources to render an image twice, which, even though we'll definitely come out with a bit of jank if it's anything like the Hitman attempts in VR, but if they're putting in the effort and the optimization to make that work, I think that bodes well.
They have it on their official website now. The news, an article about the PSVR 2 enhancements and features.
Yeah, I've already got it up. It's on the screen.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's not too long, so let me blast through it real fast. IO Interactive debuted a first look at Hitman World of Assassination on PSVR 2 during September 2024 PlayStation State of Play. Planned for release in December 2024, the PlayStation VR 2 version of Hitman World of Assassination will feature brand new VR features, including dual wielding, full ambidexterity. You shut up over there. VR features including dual wielding, full ambidexterity. I tried to give it a second shot, it didn't work. Room scale implementation, as well as general improved VR experience through new intuitive controls and gameplay mechanics. Players will be able to access the PSVR 2 version through an upgrade pack available for Hitman World of Assassination owners on PlayStation 5. Nice. Hitman World of Assassination on PSVR 2 will support the full main campaign of Hitman World of Assassination. Use a lot of the same words again and again, allowing players to enjoy the award-winning game with added immersion and brand new additions. Become the world's best assassin through the 4K HDR display of PlayStation VR 2. Explore your surroundings, create unique strategies, using the environment, disguise yourself to blend in with the crowd, and strike when the timing is right, all through Agent 47's eyes. Hitman World of Assassination on PSVR 2 has been enhanced to completely immerse players during their missions, now supporting dual wielding. A wide array of actions and interactions have been added, including the possibility of performing actions with both controllers at the same time. They're really doubling down on this. They know that this was an issue. Yeah. Active reloading, on-body weapon holstering, aiming through the sniper scope, and manual interactions to take disguises. Enhancements have been added to improve the core VR experience, such as room scale implementation, spatial interactions to touch, grab, and position, integration of the PlayStation VR 2's controllers, adaptive triggers, and many more. Players who already own Hitman World of Assassination on PlayStation 5 will be able to buy an upgrade pack to unlock the PlayStation VR 2 content, $10.
Amazing.
Then why do they keep calling it the World of Assassination and not Trilogy? Is there a difference between that?
There shouldn't be, although maybe it will soon be a quadrilogy. Maybe they're adding another game to it.
Yeah, like bit of room there maybe. And I guess if they've named it that, all of their like press stuff and marketing stuff will have to use the name, I guess. But from what we can see, yeah, it seems to be the whole trilogy.
I need to look up Hitman World of Assassination.
Yeah, it says brings together the best of Hitman, Hitman 2, and Hitman 3.
Okay.
So it seems like it.
If there was
Just
any
wanna
doubt,
make sure.
Now there should not be any doubt. Izzard in the chat says players will be able to actually pick up an apple and eat it.
Okay,
Sorry.
they renamed Trilogy into World of Assassination a while ago. Okay, thank you, Looper.
Okay.
It gets a little confusing. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but IO Interactive is really good at confusing the shit out of its. When they said up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I was going to say, getting that up and running on PSVR 1, right? And then importing Hitman 2 and then importing Hitman 1 into the Hitman 3 like platform.
And then you have to get the pass.
Yep.
It's not just like and then you have to get the game passes. I literally bought like 5 of the wrong things. I think this is how IO makes so much money, is like they just.
No, it was just you. It was just you.
It was just, no. I
they
don't
get an
think
extra $100 out of you is what happened.
Yeah. But how it was worth it.
Dude, that club scene. I'm sorry. Like I just remember how amazing it was to walk into that club on PSVR 1 and just see all those people there and just be like, I can't believe this is actually happening. And then, obviously it looks even clearer and cleaner in this version.
Yeah. So this is also using this looks like it's also using the upgrade path or whatever. Not just like the $9.99, but it's going to be another. You got to buy some specific version of it. So I don't look forward to that, but I look forward to getting past that and then playing it.
Stay tuned for AJ's walkthrough on how to purchase the game.
Yes.
His strategy guide for purchasing it.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, well, people will need it, and because it is confusing. I make fun of you, AJ, but I'm sure you're not alone. I think I heard a lot of people confused and a lot of people complaining just a couple of years ago.
It seems like they just keep changing it, which is what makes it confusing.
Yeah, this looks like one of your thumbnails at the end with Agent 47 with the headset on. This looks like
my thumbnails, IO.
Yeah, well, no, I think they just helped you out. They were like, we're just going to make the thumbnail for him and just use.
They're like, he's so bad at this. He's so bad at this. Let's help him out.
Exactly.
Thank you, IO. Love you too. This is huge, man. This is something that people were really upset about.
Yep.
That didn't, when we talk about like games getting remastered, like it was like Hitman 3, that was definitely maybe the biggest third-party game that people kept asking for, that they wanted remastered for PSVR 2 and was so disappointed about not coming. So this is huge. This is big 2 hybrid games during this showcase is awesome to see.
Yeah, it's more than I thought. 100%.
A couple things happened in the chat. Steve IRE says, "You sprayed the crowd with an AK, Bryan." I remember that bit. I think that was an eye-opening moment for a lot of people in the community, being like, "There's something not right with Bryan. He just killed hundreds of people without even thinking about it." Cerebral Frost, the SP VR cat, says, "Alchemy and Farbridge just announced a new game." Alchemy, obviously the job simulator people. We get another announcement today? What is going on right now, guys? This is some craziness. Let's see. Alchemy VR. I'm so confused. There was a VR game showcase today. What? This is from 9 hours ago.
What?
I'm so confused. Oh, here we go. Alchemy Labs reveals new job sim VR title, Dimensional Double Shift. Oh my God.
Oh.
All right. I think we've gotten too much news for the day.
Yeah, it's like midnight here in Europe, and my brain is over there somewhere. So.
All right, well then let's read through some tips, and then we'll wrap this thing up. And I definitely appreciate you guys both being here and sticking with it. What do we got here? Oh man, we got to scroll back pretty far. We got Flippy Nuggets with the level 1 membership. Said my VR2 just doubled in value after watching that. Hell yeah, it did. Burnsy8709 with the 2 quid says Hitman 1 and 2 and 3. Wow, what an announcement. Hell yeah, I'm going to like that comment for sure. Thank you so much. Looper, have you noticed the actual real sniper scope in Hitman trailer? I think we did. But you know what? It had been so long. It was the people calling this stuff out in chat that made me remember, how difficult it was playing with the DualShock 4. Macho, the real estate procrastinating game cat with a $2 tip says 1K in chat. Hit the like, please. 9 out of 10 show. Thanks. And State of Play wasn't bad either, right, Macho? Right. Ace Gamer, the game cat rare with the 1337 says such a treat to watch this fire State of Play with you gents. Thanks for all the hosting. Hashtag make Jammy a regular. Hashtag one of us. Hashtag tornado needs a game cat hoodie. Listen,
it's a lot of hashtags.
Not gonna lie, like, I would totally steal Jammy for this channel, but he's doing way too well on his own. I feel like I would be taking something awesome away from him and maybe away from you guys as well.
You can have me back anytime, Bryan. It's a pleasure as always.
It's good to know. Thank you very much. And then we got Macho again. Macho, the real estate procrastinating game cat with the $5 tip says so many amazing games. Ghost 2 hype, Hitman hype, and we need to break down that Metro trailer. So much was shown so quick. Still no GOT, which obviously Ghost of Tabor. Shame.
Nope.
Yeah. CWS. I don't know what that means. Also, you guys seeing this crazy jank that? No, you guys aren't really seeing that. Never mind then. Let's not talk about it. All right, you guys, an awesome show. Definitely way more hyped after the show than we were before the show, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Macho rated a 9 out of 10. AJ, what are you giving it?
8 at least.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Give it 8 or 9. That was a good one.
Yep, I'm giving it a 9. I think Hitman pushed it way higher than I expected. What a great way to.
Huge.
Yeah, good stuff. Very unexpected.
And the claymation was a nice surprise. Yeah. I'm secretly very excited about that.
You're not secretly excited at all. You are very vocally excited for it. There is no secret.
That too.
Awesome. Listen, everybody in the chat, if there's any new people hanging out with us tonight, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Non-stop PSVR 2 news over here. I'm trying to review everything I possibly can. Also, I am knee deep in October videos. I'm trying to make October the most special month we've ever had here. Tons of top 10 lists, lots of stuff going up. Also some extra reviews for some horror games that haven't gotten reviewed. It is going to be an awesome month from beginning to end. We got the Madison spoiler cast happening on October 5th. We're going to make sure Miles finishes the game so that happens. And just awesome horror stuff throughout the course of the month, along with Gamescast coming back Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And of course, just lots of new games coming out as they would, even if it wasn't a spooky month. So lots and lots of content coming next month. It's going to be insane. So thank you guys for being here. And thank you. Everyone go subscribe to Jammy over at youtube.com/@Jammyhero. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my buddy AJ here at PSVR Underground. Everyone, have an awesome night and happy State of Play Day.
Woo!